So on our backs, let's start with let's take a Supta Baddha Konasana actually. On our backs, grab those blocks if you want a little extra support. One underneath each knee. Attendance really quick. Arms, however feels best for you this morning. Long by the sides, one palm on the chest, one palm on the tummy. Closing the eyes, starting to take some deep breaths. Welcome, Emily. Just need 2 blocks this morning. We're starting in a Supta Baddha Konasana. Holy smokes. What's happening with the hips? Most likely one knee is a little higher than the other. You could even take a peek, or you could just take your hands to your hips, and whichever hip is higher, that's the knee that's going to be higher as well. For me, my left hip is more relaxed. My right hip is more stiff. And these little evaluations, self-evaluations, are not meant to discourage or frustrate you, but in fact empower you to make wise decisions on your mat and off your mat. For example, I know that cane sugar negatively affects my body to inflame my intestines and push on my lower back. So as I transition off the mat later today, I want to be very conscious of what I put in my body, considering my lower back is already starting to nag at me. So don't disregard the body and what it's trying to communicate to you. It's not trying to work against you. It's trying to work in your favor and work with you. This is really what the practice is all about stepping into your body and learning how to be a team, how to be unified, how to move and breathe as a whole living organism. Scoot those shoulders down away from the ears. Feel the rise and fall, the belly, the breath. The expansion of the ribs. That's opportunity right there. What a blessing. What a gift this morning. Gently guiding the hands to the outsides of the knees. Close those knees together like a book. Move your props off to the side if you use them. Wrap your right leg over your left. We'll take a twist, arms to a T or cactus the arms. Pick up your hips, move them a little bit to the right, set them down, and then drop your knees to the left. Keep your gaze up, or if it feels okay on the neck, drift it over that right shoulder. Gaze back to the center. Pull those knees back to the center. Shimmy the hips back to the center and unwrap the legs. Left leg wraps over the right. Pick up the hips, move them a little bit to the left, set them down. Drop the knees to the right. Gaze up. Gaze across that left shoulder. And knees back to the center, gaze back to the center. Pick up those hips, move them back to the center, and unwrap the legs. Draw those knees in towards the chest. Either rock yourself up and down, coming to your high plank, or dropping knees off to one side, coming up. But high plank, here we come. Plant those palms. Step yourself back. Oh. We're doing it, we're really doing it. Pushing down away from the mat. Think about splitting your mat in half. Driving your forearms away towards the long edges of your mat. Drive your heels behind you. Reach the crown of the head forward. Pull your belly up towards your spine. Good. Going into shoulder taps. You should throw weight a little bit over to the left. Tap your right fingertips to your left shoulder and set that right hand down. Shift the weight over a little bit to the right. Tap your left fingertips to your right shoulder. So on and so forth. I'm looking for quality over quantity, and it doesn't matter how fast or slow you go. In fact, it's better if you go slower in the shift, faster in the top, so that you're not moving your hips dramatically, just a little bit of a shift, all right? Last 5, 4. You can, of course, do this on your knees as well. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Shift the weight over to that left side, side plank. Step your right foot on top of the left. Reach that right arm high. Take a wild thing. Step your right tippy toes out. Spin your left foot flat. Reach your right arm forward. Oh, first back bend. First side stretch. Come on back through the high plank. Right to side plank on the other side. Roll to the outer edge of your right foot. Step your left foot on top. Left arm reaches high. Wild thing. Left tippy toes out. Spin your right foot flat. Left arm forward. Oh, reach, reach, reach. Back through high plank. Shoulder stack. Knees up, knees down. Shift forward. Slowly lower all the way to the belly. All the way down. Good. Tops of the feet come flat. Moving towards the line down, chest opener. Left arm out to half a T. Starting left side first. Palm face down. Roll off onto that left shoulder. Kickstand the right foot up and over. Relax the left side of your face down. Back onto the belly. Other side. Right arm out to half a T, palm face down. Roll off onto that right shoulder. Kickstand the left foot up and over. Relax the right side of the face down. Back onto the belly. Oh, pull those palms underneath the shoulders. Tops of the thumbs touching the tops of the rib cage for a cobra. Bhujangasana. Push down to your pinky toes behind you. Roll your chest up and away. Draw your elbows back and hug your triceps in. There should be little to no weight in the palms. Your gaze is down so the neck stays nice and long. Take an additional inhale. Exhale, release the chest down. Moving towards our upward facing dog. Push down to the palms. Push down to the pinky toes. Roll your chest up, look straight into the arms. Roll your shoulders back. Smile through the collarbone. Smile through your teeth. Take an inhale, not like a weird way. Exhale. Hips reach under that. I just realized as soon as I said that, I was like, smiling through your teeth is not usually a very nice thing to do. Smile with your teeth. There we go. Bend into the knees, pedal out the heels, downward facing dog. Find some stillness. You've done some of those wiggles out. The fingers wide. Wrap those biceps up, triceps up and down. Send your weight back towards the heels. Take your attention to your pelvis. Are you overarching and losing the connection in your midline? Are you underarching so that you're in fact placing too much weight into the hands? Try to find the happy medium. Breathe. Good. Left leg reaches high towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale. Knee towards the left, tricep glide forward. Try to touch. Inhale, send that foot back. Exhale, knee to nose, round to the spine. Try to touch. Inhale, send the foot high. One more. Exhale, knee right tricep. Cross over, try to touch. Inhale, send that foot back up. Exhale, half pigeon. Oh, left shin forward, back knee down. What? Yes, half pigeon. All right, you can use the blocks. Please use them if you're like, Ellis, I don't know what you're doing, but this is already rough. Good. It shouldn't be like dreadfully rough though. So use that blanket, use that block. For those of my students that are physically incapable of taking this pose due to past injuries with the knees, go on your back, take a line down number 4. We're not going to be here for too long. Come on, hips, wake up. We need you. Good, back up to the palms. Back to downward facing dog. Straight back to it. Up. Right leg high. Inhale. Exhale, knee to right tricep. Glide forward. Do your best to touch. Slow. Inhale. Foot high. Exhale, knee to nose. Round to the spine. Try to touch. One more. Inhale, send that foot high. Exhale, knee to left tricep. Cross over. Try to touch. Good. Inhale. Send that foot back high. Exhale, half pigeon. Right shin comes forward. Back knee lowers down. Lying down number 4 is also an option. Oh, this side. You see how high I am? I'm with you. I'm doing it with you. I'm doing the things. I'm feeling it too. But to me, it's like a good slightly painful stretch. It's not a bad painful stretch. If it's bad painful, then you need to adjust. And you come on your back and do lying down on the 4 instead. And there's nothing wrong with you if you admit that, yeah, it's a bad painful stretch for me. Again, it's going back to what we talked about at the beginning. It's you making wise decisions for your body, listening to those subtle cues, or maybe they're big cues, right? Like, hey, this doesn't feel good. You need to adjust for me. It's how we keep our body safe from injury, overuse, stress. 7-9 breath. Ujjayi into those areas of resistance. Don't shy from them. Confront them with love. Confront them with grace. Confront them with patience. Good. Back up to the palms. Down dog. We'll all meet there. Oh. Eye to the tippy toes. Bend the knees outsides of hands, prayer squat and Vinyasa. Turn those 10 tippy toes away, sit nice and low. You need to sit on the block, sit on a block, hands to heart center, use those elbows. Push out, push out, push out. Pull those glutes underneath you. Lean your weight back just a little bit, just a little bit. Your chest will have more room to open now. Not much longer. You can do this. I know it's early, but you can do this. Good. Squeeze up through your glutes. Push down to your feet. Dish the block. Come on up. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. Kick that block off to the side. Kick it. You can kick it. No, I'm just kidding. Well, I mean, you could if you wanted to. Toe, heel, the feet in. Hands with distance or big toes to touch. Hands to heart center. Reach those arms high. Look up. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward, fold forward. Inhale. Halfway lift. Exhale, step the right foot back. Warrior one. Right foot back. Arms reach up high. Draw that left hip back. Bring that right hip more forward. Soften the shoulders. Down away from the ears. Keeping your gaze softly ahead. Let's reach those hands behind the lower back. Interlace the fingers. Draw those shoulder blades down. It's like to slide the knuckles down that right hamstring. Open up the chest. Inhale. Exhale, humble your warrior, but just take your chest on that top left thigh. No further. Just on that top left thigh. Pull your belly up towards the spine and hammer your knuckles up towards the ceiling. Drop your head so that your gaze looks back. Seal your back right heel down, down into the mat. Still breathing? Yes. The answer is yes. One more inhale. Exhale. Pull yourself up with your knuckles all the way back on up. Arms reach high. Inhale. Exhale. Hands come down. Spin onto the ball of your back right foot. Lower your back right knee down for a low lunge with a twist. Right palm down inside that left foot. With or without the ball. Left arm reaches high. Stack those shoulders. One on top. One more inhale. Exhale, left hand comes down, half splits. Send the hips back straight in through that left hamstring. Grab my blocks for this. Yes, Saturday is my birthday. I know you all remembered and were dying to ask me what I have planned. I'm going to swim at the river. My parents are coming on Thursday. We're all very excited to see each other. It's gonna be great. Just gonna go swimming, read my book right by the river. It'll be a great day. I'm sad that I can't celebrate with you all, but this we'll have to do. Good. Rebend into that front left knee. Tuck the back right tippy toes. Lift that back knee up. Spin yourself towards the right. Take those palms straight ahead of you. I want you to find your puppy pose variation in your straddle forward fold. The palms go flat. You send your hips back. You'll look back. You'll lean back. It should feel amazing. Take those palms closer towards you, soft bend to the knees, hands to hips, rise on up, rise on up. Warrior two, just for transition, just to get a feel for it, doesn't have to be perfect. Bend into that front knee, reach forward and windmill the hands down. Spin on the ball, back foot, step back, high to low, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. High to the tippy toes. Bend the knees like a half step float. Top end of your mat. No need for prayer squat this time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, arms reach up, stand up. Exhale, fold forward, other side. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, set the left foot back, warrior one. Back heel 45 degrees flat. Arms reach up. Adjust your stance as need be. You feeling tighter, feeling more tired, widen, shorten your stance. Send that back heel down, straighten through your back, left knee. Reach the hands behind the lower back, interlace the fingers. Draw those shoulders up, roll them back, open your chest, slide the knuckles down that back left hamstring and hop. Exhale, fold. Humble your warrior. Rest your chest on top of your front right thigh. Drop your head, drop it. Hammer those knuckles up and overhead. Keep squeezing your shoulder blades together. Otherwise, you're not getting the chest opener. You're not getting that stretch that we're looking for. Wrap your right hip back. Don't let it bump out towards the edges. Inhale. Exhale, pull yourself up with your knuckles all the way back up. Arms release high. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down, spin onto the ball of your back left foot. Back knee lowers down. Then low lunge, open twist. Left palm down, right arm reaches high. It should feel nice, especially at that humble warrior. One more inhale. Exhale, right hand down, half split, sending the hips back, straightening through that front right hamstring. My lower back is not happy this morning, not at all. It's okay, it'll be fun. Some days, they're good days, some days, they're a bit more of a struggle. But as long as we show up onto our mat, give it the best that we got, it's really all we can do. That's better than choosing to not do anything. Rebend into that front right knee. Tuck the back left tippy toes. Spin yourself to face the long left edge of your mat for your straddle splits. Crawl your hands forward, plant those palms flat like a down dog, but puppy pose variation. Push your hips back, push your chest back, and look back. And crawl those hands closer towards you. Soft bend into the knees, hands to hips, rise all the way on up. Warrior two to the front end, bend into that front right knee, arms to a T, reach forward, windmill hands down, spin onto the ball of the back left foot, step back, high to low, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. And crawl your hands all the way back towards the feet. Ragdoll, generous bend to the knees, reach your opposite elbow, hang heavy, sway side to side. Shake the head yes, shake the head no. Switch the crossing of the forearms, shift the weight forwards, backwards, balls and heels of the feet. Back in stillness, curl those fingertips just a little bit forward, hop up to your tippy toes, and bend into your knees to a nice little toe squat here. So let's go for our crow pose now, planting those palms shoulder width distance. If you have crow to headstand, why not? Why not go for it right now? Plant those palms, lift the hips up, hike those knees into the armpits, look forward, shift forward, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your time. Child's pose is where we're going. Setting back onto the heels. Maybe grabbing some water, toweling off for a moment, taking some good, big breaths. Downward facing dog. Once in down dog, left leg reaches high, and then knee open the hip. Stay here, pushing your chest back, back, back towards that right thigh. And that left knee a little bit higher. Left foot's just dangling. Breathe. Back to your three-legged dog. Square the hips down, and up. Exhale, big step through the hands. Back to our warrior two. Spin that back heel flat. Windmill those arms open to a T. Back to warrior two. Drive that front left knee out towards the pinky toe. This time we'll stay a little bit longer. Sending the gaze forward. And taking a moment to appreciate the strength of your legs, especially your glutes. They're the strongest muscle in the body. Are capable of more than we give them credit for. We use them a lot more than we think. Reach forward, tip to your side angle, left forearm down, right arm reaches up. We are going to extend. We did that all last week, so you all should be pretty ready for it. This time though, I'm going to challenge you to slide your left hand inside that left foot, and then reach your right arm up and over. If that's too much, you can use a block. Spin your chest open. Oh, it's a good hurt. Breathe. You're doing so great. Inhale. Exhale, reverse triangle. Straight into that left thigh. Right hand slides down. That left arm reaches up and over. Out of half bind here. Right hand rests behind the lower back. See if you can lift up out of your left hip just a little bit more. So almost change the position of the hips where the right hip is higher. Try to pull the left hip a little bit higher. See how that feels. Good. Back to warrior two. Rebend into that front left knee. Arms come to a T. Good. Reach forward. Windmill the hands down. Spin on the ball of the back foot. Cheetah squat. Pull your right knee to tap your left calf. Hands can stay. You can also use the blocks or hands to heart center. We're going to standing splits in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Standing splits. Right leg high. Woo! My left hip just popped and it felt amazing. I'm so happy. I needed that to happen so bad. Couple more breaths here. Good. One more inhale. Exhale, right knee towards the nose, round, curl in, try to touch, and set that right foot down to meet the left. Bend into both knees, roll, vertebrae, right vertebrae. All the way to stand, head comes very last, roll those shoulders back. Good. Bring the hands once again to heart center. Shift the weight into the left standing leg, Draw your right knee up towards you. Flexing through those right tippy toes. Reach your hands behind the lower back. It's gonna get a little funky, but just trust me. Interlace the fingers. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Inhale. Exhale, airplane Dagasana. With the fingers interlaced. Start to kick that right foot back. Once you can't go no more, you're gonna stay there. Your chest is gonna be elevated ever so slightly. You'll roll your right hip down, flex your right tippy toes. Flex them down. Breathe. You're doing great. Back to stork. Pull that right knee in front of you. I know you can do this still. Hands to heart center, standing number 4. Right ankle over that left thigh. Sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down. Chair. Lift the hips up. Set that right foot down. Reach the arms high. 1 inhale. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale. Halfway lift. Exhale, step full chaturanga. If you want to take a handstand, sweep your right leg up and take a little handstand hop back through. But chaturanga, we're all going to a downward facing dog one way or the other. Low down dog. Hello, Alex. Right leg high. Bend that knee, open the hip. Hips are open, shoulders are not. Shoulders stay squared towards the back end of your mat. That flying knee a little bit higher. 3-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale. Step the foot through. Warrior 2. Spin that back heel flat. Cartwheel the arms. Cartwheel the wheels. Cartwheel the arms up into a T. Get those hips even. Drop your ribs down. Seal that back left heel. Extended side angle. Reach forward. Tip. Right forearm lowers down. Left arm reaches up. Or right hand slides down inside that right foot with or without a ball. Left arm reaches up and over. Everyone will reach that left arm up and over. The placement of the right arm is up to you, but I want everyone extending. Gaze is up to you. Down is most manageable to the side, a little bit more challenging. All the way up, very, very challenging. Inhale. Exhale, reverse triangle. Straighten through that right thigh. Left hand slides down the back. Right arm reaches up and over. Add your half plank. Left hand behind the lower back. Tip your hips. Your right hip up, your left hip down. Does that change? Does that help? Does that not make sense to you? Back to warrior 2. Rebend that front right knee. Arms back to the T. Reach forward, window the hands down. Spin onto the ball back foot, cheetah squat. Pull that left knee to tap your right. Tap, tap. Hands can stay down, that's fine. Or hands to heart center and balance for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Standing splits, hands down, left leg up, 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 up. Blocks are right there if you want them, if you need them. Another inhale. Exhale, left knee towards the nose, round, curl it, and set the left foot down to meet the right. Bend both knees, roll vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way to stand. Heads come very last, roll those shoulders back, hands to heart center. All right, we can do this. Shift your weight into the right standing leg. Draw that left knee up towards you, stork pose, flex to the left to be toes. Reach your hands behind the lower back, interlace those fingers. Draw those shoulders up, down, inhale. Exhale, airplane to gas to kick that left foot back. Once you can't go no more, you're gonna stay there. Your chest is elevated slightly, you're flexing through your left tippy toes, and you're holding. Keep the gaze down and slightly ahead. You've got this. Back to stork pose. Pull that left knee back in front of you. Hands side center, standing number 4. Left ankle over that right thigh. Bend into that right knee. I know that right leg is feeling it. I know because I'm doing it too, and it's hard. Utkatasana. Lift the hips just a little bit. Set that left foot down. 1 inhale. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale. Halfway lift. Exhale, step forward, chaturanga. You want to take a handstand, hop back, left foot up, then go back. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Oh, lower down to the knees. Hero's pose. I'm gonna use block. Knees come together, tops of the feet flat, about to the long edges of your mat. Sit on a block, grab those calves, roll them away from you. So knees stay together. If you have past injuries, have new injuries, specifically with your knees, take that blanket underneath, add a little extra cushion. And I just let my arms do what they want. Right now they're just holding on to my ankles. Get control of your breathing. And even though I'm teaching, it's pretty normal even for a teacher's mind to drift off to somewhere else. So just know that in these moments when you're pulling yourself back onto your mat, I am too. All right, option to stay here a little bit longer, or sit all the way on your bum. That's just an additional option. Don't do so if it hurts your knees, if it hurts the tops of your feet, only if it's a good option for you. There's no other word I can think of. Good. Come on forward. All fours, tabletop pose. Take some cow-cats. Rolling through the spine. Opening the chest. Rounding through the back. Couple rounds, your pace. Good. Down to the forearms. Options. First option, dolphin pose. Second option, classical headstand. Third option, forearm stand in the middle of the room, in the middle. You could even do bent knees with your forearm stand if you want. And if you're like, Alex, I can't hold my forearm stand in the middle of the room, well, at least try. We'll take a classical headstand, take a dolphin pose. Everyone's gonna choose. You're gonna choose. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. Forearms are flat, shoulder width distance, palms flat, spread those fingers out wide. Tuck the 10 toes, lift your knees if you're doing classical headstand. Obviously, have your fingers in a lace. Crawl those hands as close, crawl your feet, step your feet, goodness me, step your feet as close as you can to your elbows. Let's stay here or take our classical headstand or take our forearm stand for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lowering down to a child's pose. Take your time, take your time. If it wasn't perfect, it's okay, it's done. Mine wasn't perfect, it was not a forearm stand day for me, that's okay. My back is saying no, I'm gonna listen to my back. Still got in the dolphin pose, which is so hard. Dolphin pose is so high. Well done, well done. Back to downward facing dog. High and tippy toes. Bend the knees, look ahead. Step float, top end of your mat. In, hop, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. In, hop. Arms reach up, stand up, 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 up. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Samastiti. Right, we're gonna do a little bit more hip opening, a little bit more chest opening, just a little bit, and then we'll go to our final pose of the day. Right, arms reach up again, and hop. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your right foot back, runner's lunge. Toe heel your left foot out, left edge of the mat. Lizard pose, back knee up, back knee down. Palms, forearms, blocks. Back up to the palms. So back knee is up, lower it down. one-legged tabletop. Right knee stays, left leg sweeps behind you and hovers, hovers. Extend that right arm forward. Start to bend into your left knee, point your left tippy toes. Circle your right hand out and around, try to grab that foot. Try to grab that foot. If you can, kick up and back. Look forward, open your chest, but draw the head of your left shoulder into the socket. Good, release long. Right arm forward, left leg back, straighten out the back, inhale. Exhale, palm and knee down. Tuck those 10 toes, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. High tippy toes, bend knees like a hat, step float, top end of your mat. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold, step the left foot back, right to the other side, lizard pose, toe heel that right foot out. Back knee can stay up, back knee can drop down. Stay on the inside of that right foot. Palms, blocks, forearms. It's actually my mom's birthday today. Happy birthday to my mom. Don't worry, I sent her a gift and a card already. I was the first one to say happy birthday to her. Perfect. Good, good, good. Back up to the palms, back knee, lowest down if it's not already. One-legged tabletop. Right leg back. Oh, left arm forward. This side is so much more hard for me. Bend into the right knee, point to your right toes, circle that left arm out and around. Try to grab hold of that foot, kick up and back, look forward. Plug the right shoulder into the socket. Don't worry about, oh, how high is my back foot? Worry about the stretch in that right thigh, the stretch in the front side of the body. One more big breath. Release long, left arm forward, right leg back. So this is your neutralizing position, right? Stabilize through the belly, inhale. Exhale, left palm, right knee lowers down, back to downward facing dog. And crawl those hands all the way back towards the feet one more time. Last ragdoll. Now to bend. Grab opposite arms. Sway, sway, sway. Shake it out, shake it out. Switch the crossing once again. Weight forwards and backwards. Release those fingertips down. Pour yourself a little bit forward. Hop up to the tippy toes. Bend the knees, sit on the heels. You have the option again to go crow pose, or this time, baby crow. Baby crow is on your forearms. You get all the way down to your forearms. Shoulder width distance, palms flat, just like dolphin pose. We hike those knees into the armpits. We tip forward. Our nose and face is so close to the mat that we can lift one foot up and the other foot to hover. Have it go if you want. Baby crow, crow pose. We're coming back to a child's pose afterwards, and we're going to talk about this fun little peak pose. It's actually just a really great stretch. Take another couple moments to work on either your crow, baby crow, back to child's pose. Right, rising up, sitting on the heels. So we are going to take a chest opener, and I'm going to give lots of options, You may fall a lot in this pose. Don't give up. Come back into it, try again, and just take it in steps. If you can do the first step, move on to the second. If you can do the second, move on to the third. But if you get stopped at one place, then stay there. Master that step before you try to rush it, because you really will fall on your face. Okay, so just watch me for a second. We're going to come back to our downward facing dog in just a moment, but we're going to take a shorter wider downward facing dog. Wider with the legs, not the arms. So again, just watch me. This is my normal place for down dog, but I'm gonna step my feet a footprint up and just a little bit out, just a tiny bit, not that much towards the long edges of the mat. So here, it's a nice shortened, awkward, downward facing dog, opposite hand to foot. I'm gonna lift my left leg up, I'm gonna bend into that left knee, I'm gonna look forward towards my hands. I'm gonna point through these toes and see if I can reach my right hand back towards this foot. If I can grab it, then I'm gonna kick up and back. I'm gonna look slightly forward. Notice how when I'm taking this pose, there's a small arch and then it gets gradually larger, gradually longer as I drift my gaze forward. Naturally, right, the body's gonna follow where the gaze goes, so the chest starts to open. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Same thing on the other side, downward facing dog, take a step up, a little bit of a step out. I'm gonna lift my right leg up this time, right leg up. I'm gonna bend into that right knee, I'm gonna point through my toes. I'm gonna start to look forward, get light on my left fingertips. See if I can slide that left hand to grab hold of that foot. If I can, I'm gonna kick up and back, start to drift my gaze up and forward. When you release, go back to a down dog. Why? Well, I don't want you to just kick your foot back because your back is instantly springing back open, right? You just cinched it up a little bit and then that explosiveness is not gonna be good for your back. So try to release that foot very gently, set it down to your down dog, take a couple breaths there and then try it on the other side. Let's have a go. So step one is to get into that shortened down dog. Step two is to lift one leg up and bend into that knee. Step three is to try to reach for that foot with the opposite hand to foot, opposite hand to whichever foot you lift. Then final option is to look slightly forward, kick up and back, just like we did in that modified tabletop, or in that tabletop, wasn't modified. Have a go, let's have a go. It's just meant to be funsies. So much funsies. And if you're like, I don't want to do that at all, take this moment to just rest in your child's pose. Hang out there. We all love child's pose. I love child's pose. You always have the option to not take the pose. We'll never force you to do something that you don't want to do. Maybe that's what makes me slightly different than other teachers. Nice. I know that balancing game is just so hard. I like how everyone is taking their time step by step. At least, if you are moving towards this pose, attempt both sides. Last 30 seconds here. Move towards our seated forward fold to give the lower back, the mid back, a little bit of a break, and then inversions, all right? The legs straight ahead of you. If you're still working on it, that's fine. You can meet up with us. We're gonna hold this for a little bit. So, Paschimottanasana. Feet ahead of us. Move your tushy out of the way. Grounding down to your sits bones. Soft bend into the knees. If the hamstrings and the calves are still feeling really tight, draw your tentative toes back. Take your fingertips down outside the thighs. Roll your shoulders down. Lift up through the crown of the head. Reach down through the pelvis, sits bones, coccyx. And inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Coccyx, sacrum, back. Fold forward. Those feet are starting to wiggle around a lot. Send your inner thighs down towards the mat. And gently rising back up. If you want to continue that stretch, take your legs at the wall. If you want to work on an inversion, going back to your pet stand, forearm stand, handstand, you need to do something to get the blood flowing down from the feet to the heart. So moving towards the wall, if you want to practice, your inversions there. If you want to take your legs up the wall, go there now. If you want to stay away from the wall for a little bit, just practice in the middle of the room, so be it. But this is the time for inversions. Okay. Got a solid couple minutes here. And if you're like, I just really want to go back to that little back bend again, you could. Just make sure you take that legs up the wall after that, even out position your back. What do I want to do? I don't know. So we've got about 2 minutes, 2 minutes to play, 2 minutes to be at legs at the wall. Last minute. If you have your legs up the wall, start to bend to the knees. Rise up. Turn onto your mat. Flat back. All the way down. Draw those knees in towards the chest. Gently rock side to side. Maybe even tracing small circles on the ceiling with the knees going in one direction. And then the opposite. Placing the soles of the feet flat to the mat. Bridge or wheel. Arms long by the sides, palms face down. More than welcome to take wheel, flipping the palms flat by the top of the head. Everyone will lift up. Holding here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly releasing, tucking the chin to the chest if you're lowering down from wheel. Toe heel the feet out to the long edges of your mat. Drop the knees in knee knocking pose. Separating the knees. Toe heel the feet all the way back in towards each other. And then slide your legs long and flat, banana asana. Reach arms up and overhead. Take your feet to the bottom left corner of your mat. Cross your right ankle on top. Stack your right hand into the left palm. Reach your arms up and over to the top left corner of your mat. Uncross the ankles. Bring the legs back to the center. Bring the arms back to the center and switch. Left hand on top of the right. Take those feet over to the bottom right corner of the mat. Cross the left ankle on top and then reach your arms up and over to the top right corner of your mat. Uncross the ankles. Bring the legs back to the center, the arms back to the center. Taking any final movements you may need or want. Perhaps a happy baby. Perhaps one more twist. One more minute. Fidget around. Eventually finding your way to your final resting pose. Shavasana, that could be a corpse pose. Back to Supta Baddha Konasana. Back to legs up the wall. Setting yourself up using pillows, bolsters, blankets. Once there, letting go of the Ujjayi breath or that concentrated pattern. Let the breath flow naturally. Let your body rest. slowly. Reawaken the body. Deepen the breath. Wiggle the fingers. Wiggle the toes. Wiggle the wrists, roll the ankles. Stretch yourself out long, reaching in the opposite directions and keeping your eyes closed. Curling off to one side in the fetal position. Using the hands, pushing yourself all the way up to an easy seated pose. Instead of bringing the hands to heart center, let's first bring one hand to the chest and one hand to the belly. Dropping the chin down towards the chest here. Giving yourself a little bow. And recognizing how hard you've worked to maintain some sense of normalcy, peace, these last couple of months. How hard you've worked to take care of yourself, to love on the body, especially during such uncertainty. Being proud of yourself. Moving the hands to third eye center, palms together. Being proud of each other. Celebrating the opportunities we have to virtually practice together. Hold each other accountable. Encourage one another. And send positive vibes for good health. So it's in love and respect and honor that we bow to each other. Say namaste. Thank you all so very much. I only have one announcement for the day, obviously, or the week, I should say. Obviously, the new schedule goes into effect tomorrow. So I will only be teaching Thursday nights at 4:30 p.m. Hatha. If you are interested in learning